right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Baltimore Orioles franchise mode here in MLB The Show 21. We're up here at the start of July in 2021. We're still in year number one. Your Baltimore Orioles are sitting at just 5 games below 500, 38 and 43. We have cemented ourselves as a second place contender in the AL East. The New York Yankees have run away with the division. You can see the standings on screen there. They are 12 and a half games ahead of us, and the battle for second is on between ourselves, Tampa, and Boston, with Toronto not necessarily out of the picture, but trailing by a decent margin down there at 30 and 49. So honestly, this is a better place than I thought we would be. We had the draft in the last episode, but you can see we picked up our top pick, William Suzuki, a right-handed starter from Japan. He comes in at 68 overall. He'll join the squad next year and be a good option for us in the future. We'll look to track his growth. We'll take a quick look at the roster, see if there's any changes we need to make, and we'll get right down into work here. We're going to ignore those notifications for right now. Let's take a look at what we got. John Means, bit of a cold streak. Matty Thompson, he is up to 70 overall. He is almost challenging for me to make the move here. So 2, 3, 4, 5. He should be realistically, I think he's about ready to be in the bullpen for us. The 19-year-old, he is pitching lights out down there in AAA, a 2.04 ERA, 66 strikeouts over 92 innings, and a 5-3 record. And close behind him is D.L. Hall. Had a bit worse record, in the win-loss department. His ERA is a little bit higher, but he's still seeing solid growth across the board with the exception of his K over 9. So we'll keep an eye on the two of them. If Matty Thompson grows to 71 by the end of the month here, we're in the All-Star month, I believe, in July. If he grows to 71 by the end of the month, I think we'll bring him up. If his growth looks good enough, we'll bring him up, let him start pitching for us. So we'll see what we can do here. That's the starters taken care of. Our relievers, everything still seems to be pretty much in order. No real changes need to be made just yet. There's still that drop-off from the MLB to AAA and so on and so forth. Our closing situation is the same that it has been, but Hunter Harvey bumped up to 58. He is seeing blanket growth across the board as well, so that's pretty solid to see out of Hunter Harvey. The catcher is the big story. Pedro Severino, he goes down with a torn finger ligament. He'll be out for another month or two, which was kind of sad because he was having a pretty decent season for himself, above his averages in both average and on base. But that meant that we had to call up Adley Rutschman, who took over catching duties. And while we said we would see how he was doing as our number one guy, and he's done well for himself. Through his first 45 at-bats, he's batting .378, already hit his first 2 Major League homers, couple RBI to speak of as well. So Adley Rutschman, the 21-year-old, seems like he's working out at catcher, and he is also seeing extreme growth. Is the A potential man out of Oregon. So our catching core for the future here, 3 guys with A potential. The future is bright. Behind the plate, over at first, nothing really to speak of. Ken Grubb seeing a bit of decent growth, so keeping an eye on him. But also Eugene Lin, our free agent acquisition, he is growing. Look at that, power versus lefties has +5 growth, and we're a month into the season, 2 months into the season. So electric stuff out of Eugene Lin. Pat Valaika, he's seeing a little bit of solid growth here. I believe he was only 69 overall, and he's got a little bit of growth, a little bit of decline, so probably hovering at 70. I think he was 70 to start the year, actually. I believe Yolmer, he bumped up too. Yep, he's seeing some solid growth. His contact versus lefties has grown by 7 over there on the left-hand side of your screen, so that's something we like to see. We got Jahmai Jones. It's a bit of a cold streak right now, but things looking good at second. At third, Rio Ruiz, he's seeing some growth in that split-time role that he is in. Adam Hall continues to grow across the board as well. The 20-year-old at 69 overall, and pretty soon I'm sure he'll be challenging Freddie Galvis for that MLB roster spot. But hot on his heels is one of our top prospects in Taron Vavra, the A potential shortstop at just 22 years of age. He's having a pretty solid season in AAA, and Reynal Delgado also seeing pretty solid growth down in Double-A. In left, not a whole lot to speak of. Logan Benoit still playing out there. I don't think we're really in a position to upgrade the roster, but when we get to the deadline in this video, which I'm hoping to get to in this video, we'll evaluate our options. In center, Austin Hayes, seeing blanket growth. Power versus lefties, or righties, excuse me, is a +6. So he continues to be our go-to guy. And honestly, with the +6 and the +3, I might let him start hitting cleanup here against lefties. I might move him back in the lineup, let him start hitting cleanup. We do have some help on the way in terms of our outfield, though, in the form of Kyle Stowers, who is slowly growing there, the B potential man out of California. And looking at right field, finally, nothing changing here with DJ Stewart and Anthony Santander shoring it up in right. So we're 5 below 500. We've been pretty much doing what we need to as far as that's concerned. I'll let you just peek at the All-Star voting. You can pause on any of these screens if you are so inclined. Roberto Osuna, he's second among closers. Obviously, I think Liam Hendricks is going to get the nod. You can't really beat him, but it's where we want him to be at. So we'll just run through these here. Second, there's third, there's short, left field, center, and in right. Okay, so we peeked at the All-Star voting for the AL. Let's go ahead and get back into the sim here. Yeah, we got the All-Star game in a couple of weeks. I don't really do too much for the All-Star game. I like to just go through it unless we have somebody in the home run derby. The Angels, well, we're about to play them. They're interested in offering us a trade. Let's see. They want Anthony Santander, and they are interested in giving up Jeremiah Jackson. He is a shortstop, which kind of predisposes me to say no, but 19 years of age with A potential at 67 overall, and he's seeing blanket growth. I am still rather inclined to say no here, just based on the fact that we've already got a pretty solid core at short. So, I mean, we've already got Taron Vavra, Adam Hall. I really don't think we need this, and it's not for the lack of a decent prospect that they're offering us, somebody that we could almost essentially fast track to the majors. It's just the fact that we're already so loaded up here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys here. Gunnar Henderson, I believe he was he a pick in our draft this year? No, he's playing down there. Okay. But you look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys with B potential or better in the system already that are all under the age of 26, not to mention Freddie Galvis in the show. So I'm going to say no. I just don't think we need it. It's just not something that's going to benefit us at this time. So, okay, trade deal aside, let's get back to it here. We got a week here and pretty much till the All-Star break. So we'll see what we can do. First up, it is the LA Angels. John Means, Andrew Heaney. And John Means takes an L here to open up July. Pretty ugly one, 8-1 there. Felix Hernandez, Jose Quintana. He used to play for the White Sox, be pretty good back in the day. Brett Cumberland, an injury in Triple-A. He'll be day-to-day. We're just going to leave him active. He'll be all right. A 9-0 shutout win. Can we take the rubber match against the Angels? Wade LeBlanc to the mound. And we do. 7-1. Brett Cumberland is back in Triple-A. So we take 2 out of 3 from the Angels. Worth 40-44. Not a bad place to be at all. But even then, look, we're further back. The Yankees are just increasing the lead. And like I said, this essentially is a race for second. I don't expect us to be touching the playoffs this year. So we are really concerned with those 2 numbers to the right of us. Boston and Tampa. Toronto is falling way off pace here. So we're going to have to just battle it out for second here, and let's get after it here. Toronto, we got to have these games against teams like Toronto. They are 19 below 500, right? 19, 31, 52, 21. 21 below 5. I can count, I promise. 21 below 500. We've got to have these games. Luke Rennie, the young man, what can he do for us? Game 1 against Trent Thornton. We lose that one. The Mariners are interested in offering us a trade. Here we go. Sam Haggerty, a second baseman for Jim Cuevas, who I believe is one of our depth starters. He's got some potential for us, right? Jim Cuevas? He's down there. B potential, 20 years of age for Sam Haggerty. All right, now this is an interesting prospect, but again, they're offering us this. This is not the issue. For me, is not the issue, and I probably should go in there and do the seeking thing. So we're going to do that in a second here. But the issue is, look, they're offering me at second. I've already got 5 guys lined up at second base. 5 guys lined up at second base that are B potential or better. 28 years of age is the oldest 2 guys. It's just not worth it for me. It is not worth it for me. So we'll go back. I'm going to go ahead and where's my is it here that I can do the trade block? No. There's a way I can do it. I think I can set positional needs, right? Is that over here? Is it trades maybe? There we go. Update trade block. Okay. We aren't going to add anybody just yet. Let's see here. I'm probably going to look. We don't need a closer. We've already got Osuna for the long term. We'll go ahead and look. We're looking for pitchers. We're really looking for relievers. We are really looking for relievers. Let me back that out. We've got starters coming up through the pipeline right now. We're going to fast track. We need pitchers. I need a left fielder. I need a third baseman and a first baseman maybe, and that's really all I need right now. We'll say that too, right field. That's what we're looking for. That is the positions that we are looking for. So hopefully nobody else is going to sit here and offer us third baseman, because that doesn't help or second baseman and shortstops. Doesn't help our case. So Jake Odorizzi against Steven Matz. Here we go. Game 2. That's a win, 11-6. John Means, can he finish it off against Hyun-Jin Ryu? And a double-A injury, a knee sprain, a few days. We'll leave him active here for a couple of days. And a 1-0 shutout win by John Means. Very nice, very nice. All right, now we get a tough one. We had a bit of an easier matchup. We've got back-to-back series wins. Oh, we've got a lot of series wins here. That's 3. Was that 3-4 in a row? We beat Toronto 3-2, 2-1 in that series. 3-0. We swept Houston. 3. All right, we're riding some momentum here. We've won our last 4 series here. It's a 3-game set against the White Sox. Rather tough, but let's see what we can do. Hernandez against Carlos Rodon. Hey, a 5.8 ERA. We can get to this guy. Here we go. First game. 2-0. There we go. Hey, there we go. We got to him. 2 runs. That's all we needed. Felix Hernandez picks up the dub. All right, game 2. Dylan Cease. Pitching slightly better, but we can get to him again here. He's only 6-6. Let's go, boys. Wade LeBlanc. Can he beat him again here? Oh, big trade. Javi Baez going from the Cubs to the Red Sox. They're beefing up. So, I don't know. He's in the final year of his deal. That looks like a rental contract, but why would you take a rental deal when you're in 3rd in the AL East? Head scratch there. The double-A injury, Jay Flaw, he's injured too now, but only a few days again. We'll keep him active. We beat the White Sox again. Back-to-back 2-0 shutouts. That's 5 series in a row that we've won heading into the All-Star break, and all of a sudden we're knocking on the door to 500. Can we sweep the White Sox? That'd be huge for us. Okay, Lucas Giolito. This is Ace versus, I think, our 5th guy here, and Luke Rennie. It's Luke versus Luke. There's no way, is there, that we beat the White Sox a 3rd time in a row? No, we don't. Okay, Lucas Giolito is too good there, 8-2. We don't have anybody in the home run derby, so we're not going to worry about that. Let's go ahead and skip it. Julio Pereira is good. Let's utilize him. Do we have an all-star on the team? Can I see? I can't see, can I? No, I can't. Okay, well, interestingly enough, we're at 44 and 46, which puts us in a rather... We're going to skip the all-star game, boys. The NL has defeated, so we will not have our... the All-Star. We will not have home field advantage in the World Series. Doesn't seem like we're going to make it, though. Alberto Mondesi heading to the Cubs. Royals getting a couple guys in return there. I'm assuming some good potential players. And the Dodgers. Oh, the Dodgers interested in offering us a trade. I wonder who they want. They've got to be in a buyer's market here to take one of our good guys, right? Austin Hayes. Yeah, they want Austin Hayes here. And they're going to offer us Caleb Ferguson. Now, this is a tough deal. Look at this. They're 33 under the budget. What are they? 33 million under the budget? Holy cow. We're polar opposites here. Caleb Ferguson. Oh, this presents an interesting prospect here. The 22-year-old reliever. He's only under contract through this year. He's seeing pretty solid growth across the board. He's not pitched this year, has he? He hasn't played this year for them. We're nearly halfway through, and he hasn't seen the mound for LA. Has he? Oh, he's been in AAA. Okay, use your eyes, Nick. 3-1 with 9 saves. So he's been closing then. He's been closing, it looks like, or at least relieving. He got 4 holds too in AAA, and he's been dominating down there with a 1.49 over 42 innings. So, and they want Austin Hayes in center. See, but that leaves me with nobody here. That leaves me with no one for the future, because Austin Hayes was supposed to be our guy for the future. Do they have a center fielder? We can make the swap right here. This could be a big deal, but look at this. See, I mean, look, I'd be willing to pick up Cody Bellinger and pay him handsomely, but he's injured. How long is he injured for? No, he's 3 to 4 months. I'd be throwing away any outside chance that we have with this momentum at the playoffs, which is disappointing to say the least. But I can't just throw out outfielders because they want them. That's just not. We're not going to win like that, and I'm not going to do it. I can't throw away a future piece here just for a reliever. We can always find a way to get a reliever, but not at the expense of Austin Hayes. He's too valuable to the team right now. So we're going to start off in the AL Central here against Kansas City. We're at 44-46. I will, just for the sake of doing it, check the wild card standings. And hey, hold your horses here. Well, 6 games out isn't great, but the momentum that we've had, we're not right there, but the fact that we're the kind of the best of the rest right now, I know that's more of like a Formula One term for any F1 fans out there, and I'll use that a lot. I'm a big F1 guy, but you know, we're kind of the best. The fact that we're kind of the best of the rest, it makes me at ease. You know, I think we aren't that far off necessarily from being a playoff team. We can do that if we all of a sudden go on a run, which, believe me, in this game can happen. We're 7-3 in our last 10, but so are the Red Sox, so are the Yankees. It can happen. Trust me, it can happen faster than you think. So here we go. We got Kansas City to start things off here. We'll keep an eye on the on our record and on the AL wild card and just see what happens. But here we go. Jake Odorizzi, Brady Singer to get things going after the All-Star break. Just a forewarning, I historically lose every first game after the All-Star break. And this year, Chase Velo, a pulled calf, 1 to 2 weeks. We'll put him on the 10-day down there. But a win. Hey, Keegan Aiken picks it up out of the bullpen. John Means, J.C. Cloney. And a loss in Game 2. We're going to auto-fix their lineups down there in AAA. Game 3, let's see if we can take our 6th consecutive series here with a win over Kansas City. Felix Hernandez, can he get it done? And he can. 6 straight series wins for us. We're working here. We're doing work here. We've got Tampa now. They're 7 games below 500. We're only 1 below here. You never doubt. Never doubt here. Wade LeBlanc. Game 1. That's a loss. 8-5. The Angels going to offer us again. Still looking for Anthony Santander, and I'm still probably going to say no here. They're offering us Jose Suarez. A B potential. Nope. Santander again. An integral piece of the outfield. All right, if we want to win the series, we've got to win 2 straight here. Luke Rennie, Brendan McKay. That's a win. Hey, if we can win Game 3, can we win a 7th consecutive series? We will if we're on a run. Let's keep it going here. Jake Odorizzi, Ryan Yarbrough. Oh, we almost had it. 2-0. Odorizzi did hit his part, but the offense couldn't come through. Not the end of the world, boys. Not the end of the world. Double-A injury there, a head concussion. Ow. Let's put him on the 15-day IL just to make sure he recovers all the way. The Athletics offering us a trade. They want Yolmer. All right. They want Yolmer. We can talk here. I got a surplus at second, so we can talk here. Deadline's coming up, so we'll be looking to make some moves. Let's see. They're offering us a left field piece in the way of Lazaro Armenteros. Now, this is interesting. B potential, 20 years of age. He's got plenty of room to grow and plenty of time to grow as well. At 69 overall. What does my left field core look like right now? Kind of garbage. Logan Benoit and he's still batting just the 199. Guys, we might have to say goodbye to Yolmer here. I don't want to do it, but or maybe I can work out a different deal for Yolmer. But left field is definitely going to be something we have to address at the deadline here, because if the team is going to have any outside chance at making the playoffs, and if we want to retain second place in the division, I have to have a solid bat and left. I have to have a solid bat, and he's growing, but at C potential, there's no telling when the growth will stop. It could be 79, it could be 73. You know, he could be hitting his cap right now at 72 overall, and I don't know that because it's C potential. So we kind of have to just play it by ear essentially with a guy with C potential. But Lazaro Armenteros, the B potential, that's tempting. That's tempting, but at the expense of who? Yolmer Sanchez, who's growing, he's B potential. I don't think I can do it. He's having a year 298. He's having a career season for us. I mean, you can count 2020 as a career season, but he only played 11 games. I mean, 82 games, he's setting career highs in average, in his on base. He's setting career highs in slugging and OPS. The guy's having just a banner year for us. We got to say no again. I got to turn him down. We will make a move at the deadline, but just not yet. Just not yet. So we got a 3-game set against Washington. We've won 6 of our last 7 series. Let's try to make it 7 of our last 8 here. John Means, Max Scherzer, game 1. And the Bay Sox, they're missing rotation down there. We lose game 1. That's all right. Let's not let the wheels fall off the bus here. There's a win coming back. Hernandez, he's 8-5 this year, having a great year for us. And Wade LeBlanc, game 3. Pulled back muscle a few days. We'll leave him active. He'll be all right. And Chase Velo, he is ready to rock and roll. Let's get him back in there. And we win it against Washington. We're just like kind of hanging around 500 with about 60 games to go here. So now a 2-game set against Miami. We win game 1. We are back at 500. We're back at 500. We're there. We got to keep pushing here. Jake Odorizzi in game 2 against Miami. And we split with him. Dylan Floro picks up the win for the Marlins. He's 6-2 on the year, having a good year for them. All right, we have 3 more days here. I think that the 31st is the physical trade deadline. So we'll go right up to it here. Game 1 against Detroit. They are 25 below 500. We've got to have some of these games here. John Means. Oh, no. All right, it's going to be 2 weeks for John Means, which is going to force our hand in a call-up, which I'm guessing was going to happen anyway, but now it has to, so we'll do it at the end of the month. But I think you all know what's coming, and it is with... another injury there. 2 to 3 months, Kyle Stowers. No, come on, dude. Oh, we're getting slapped with the injury bug today. Cartilage damage in his shoulder. That's rough. Okay, we'll go on the 60-day IL for him, and we no longer have a pitching rotation. I will fix the pitching rotation here. Oh, it's going to make me do it now. Well, I didn't want to do it yet, but it looks like the time has indeed come to make the call to the minors, but he hasn't grown, but we're going to have to call up. I think it's time. We call up Matty Thompson. I think it's time. We got Wade LeBlanc. I mean, it just seems like this is the timing to do it. So, Matthew Thompson, welcome to the show. He will make his MLB debut. Matt Thompson, he's ready. He's ready, our future ace. At just 19 years of age, he will make his first start for your Baltimore Orioles. I think it's time, so let's go ahead. Let's work the rotation here. Odorizzi, Means leaves a hole in the 2 spot that we will throw Matthew Thompson into until John Means returns, at which point either one of 2 things is going to happen. Wade LeBlanc is going down to the minors. Or a couple things can happen. 1, Wade LeBlanc goes down to the minors. We leave Keegan Aiken up here. And 2, Matthew Thompson goes back down to the minors because he needs more seasoning and he's pitching like garbage. Not likely. 3, Keegan Aiken goes down to the minors for a little more seasoning so we can actually start down there. Wade LeBlanc moves over to or Matty Thompson moves over to the pen. That's like the options we have. right now, if he pitches well, if Thompson pitches well, I'm inclined to drop LeBlanc because he's having that 5.19 ERA means that the offense has probably been winning him more games than he has been winning with his pitching. So we'll keep an eye on that. We have contract extensions really quickly to work through. Yolmer, Odorizzi, Mancini. We have just a ton of guys who we're gonna have to re-sign, including Adley Rutschman. We're gonna work some long-term deals here on these extensions, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna work some long-term deals. We'll take care of a couple of these A potential guys at the deadline. So we'll take care of a few of them here, but let's get this one game in, and it's a loss. This is an interesting one here. Jake Odorizzi, our number one starting pitcher, at $6 million. He's only on a 1-year contract, so we're not obligated to re-sign him by any stretch of the imagination. For Jonah Bride, the third baseman, at 67 overall. Now this is interesting. We are in need of a prospect at third. But if we do this, we risk our number one pitcher, and with John Means out for another couple of weeks, this will force Keegan Aiken into the starting rotation. And it will undoubtedly probably weaken our starting rotation a little bit. And at this point, we're going to dangle Jake Odorizzi. We're not taking this deal. We're going to dangle him at the deadline and see what we can get here. And that was an ugly, ugly loss that we just took to the Tigers, which I'm not happy with that because they are 25 below 500 and we should be smoking that team. All right, here we go. So today is the trade deadline. We've got to find a solution in left. That is the number one priority. The number one priority here is to find a solution in left field because Logan Benoit is just not cutting it for us. It's just a 198 average and an on base at 254, slugging 237. His OPS is 491. It's just not cutting it. He's just not cutting it. So we're going to dangle Logan Benoit and try and pick up a more solid left fielder. And we're going to dangle Jake Odorizzi as we're selling. We're a rebuilding team, so we already know we're selling. But here we go. Logan Benoit. Let's mark him. We're going to suggest a trade. Let's go MLB ready left fielders. What can we get? It says he's MLB ready, but the stats just aren't there. We got a reliever from the Rays. I'm not trading him in division here. The White Sox offer Ryan Goins. That's not going to work. Austin Hedges, a decent option there at catcher. That's an interesting one. The B potential. Oliver Perez, no thank you. From the Indians. From the Tigers, nope. Royals, Greg Holland, I've already got a closer. Thank you very much. Ryan Stanek from the Astros, and Joe Smith, no thank you. Sergio Romo, Mitch Haniger, Jason Kipnis, Aaron Loop, Tony Watson, a reliever, Ryan Zimmerman, a lot of older guys in these deals. Cubs don't have anybody to offer. The Reds don't have anybody. The Brewers offered Daniel Vogelbach, but just not working. The Brewers also offering Avi Garcia, but at $10 million for a right fielder, just not worth it for age 29, in my opinion. The Pirates offered Todd Frazier, the 35-year-old third baseman. Nope. And no, and no. Ponce de Leon, nope. Flores, McHugh. So we do have another option here. All right, we're back where we started. So we have another option here, which is we keep Logan Benoit. And get rid of Hedges, please. Now let's dangle Jake Odorizzi and see what pulls in. Just what do we happen to grab here in terms of MLB ready players, and this will get us hopefully a little bit better quality of player here. Again, he's not going in division. Unless it's a stellar offer, but he's not going to go in division. I'm looking really for right fielders here. The White Sox offer us Adam Eaton, the 32-year-old. They offer us the 32-year-old. Oh, well, that didn't do what I needed it to do. Thought it would pull it in there for us. So they offer us Adam Eaton. Interesting. I'm looking. Hopefully someone offers us a left fielder here. The Tigers send Michael Fulmer our way, but we've already got starters. Ryan McBroom. No. There's got to be someone with a left fielder here. There we go. Michael Brantley from the Houston Astros. He's making $16 million, though. And I don't know what year of his contract he's in. And they also offer us Ryan Stanek plus Michael Brantley, which is a less appealing offer. Chad Pinder, you know what? This is just not working for us, is it? It's just not working. All right, let's do this the old-fashioned way. Let's take a look into left here. In a left field, let's find ourselves. We got to find ourselves one good left fielder. Solid, decently young left fielder that we can trade for. We've got assets to trade here. I'm looking at the depth at second. I'm looking at the depth at short of prospects. We have no lack of prospects here. So let's see what we can do. Benintendi, 1 year left though at $5 million. Seeing solid growth, a potential. What's he batting? He's having a pretty solid year batting. His OPS is a mile higher than Benoit. He might be worth taking a look at from the Royals. Not Jordan Alvarez. I'm looking for a guy mid to late 20s because they're going to want a little bit less money for a long-term deal. You know what? I still might even be interested in Lazaro Armenteros. Honestly. He's still playing down there in AAA, but he's having himself a pretty decent season. Oh, come on here. David Dahl from the Rangers. He presents an interesting option here at 27. Here we go. Hang on a second. Batting .317 through 84 games. A good contact hitter. This might be our guy. All right. Let's take a look here at David. Let's take a run at David Dahl. Solid contact hitter. What would we need to offer here? If we sent Jake Odorizzi back their way, we are almost even with them. And while it would surely mean that we force basically Matthew Thompson into the starting five, I'm okay with that. We're here to grow the team for the future, and while I thank Odorizzi for the year that he's given us at 5-7, he's having a pretty solid year under all of his ERAs under his career average. He's having a good year for us, but I have to take the future into account, and when push comes to shove, we can actually keep him. Hold on now. For Felix Hernandez, who's having a bit worse of a year than Jake Odorizzi, we can hang on to Odorizzi. What about Wade LeBlanc? We can get rid of LeBlanc, and he's dropping off. See, this is what I worried about. Older pitchers, they start to fall off there. We can get rid of LeBlanc. We can send them another, because they need starters, we can send them another prospect here, a catching prospect. We don't have anyone to offer at first, do we? We do. We've got guys to offer at first. We're not offering Mountcastle because he's on an extension. I mean, how little are you looking for here? Not Eugene Lynn. We need him. Ken Grubb would do it. Ken Grubb would do it for us. We could secure David Dahl. We could hang on to our guy in Logan Benoit just to keep him around even. Or maybe just a straight-up swap here. Would they take Logan Benoit? Where's my lefties at? They want a little more for Logan Benoit to take him off our hands. I don't want to overpay here. I think I want to keep Benoit because he still presents a decent option at left should Dahl go down with an injury. Yeah, let's do it. Ken Grubb. Where's Ken Grubb? He's hot and he's growing, but the C potential kind of limits him. We've got options at first for the future locked up in the term of Mancini and Mountcastle. So Ryan Grubb, that's solid. Let's make the deal here. Boom. David Dahl, welcome to the Baltimore Orioles. There we go, baby. David Dahl comes in. He helps us shore up left a little bit. We can go into the lineups, and let's get him in here. Logan Benoit, get out of here. David Dahl, let's get him in. I want him in every lineup. He is our new left fielder, and get out of there, Logan. David Dahl is here to play, and David Dahl is here to stay. Oh, that's no DH. There he is. David Dahl, get in there, buddy. I think we just made our team a lot better. We bumped ourselves up from 26. You can see at the 25th. Our contact is getting better. Our speed is better. This team is growing, and this team is getting a lot better, ladies and gentlemen. A lot better. All right. So, I think we're ready. Let's go ahead and hit these contract extensions just for the 8 potential guys. Adley Rutschman, we're going to look long-term. We're going to look long-term on Adley Rutschman. So he wants $90K a year. I'm not obviously going to sign him for 14 years, but he'd be looking for $18 million a year. He isn't worth that just yet. But let's see, where's the big drop? You can see we're losing about $1 million a year. Where am I comfortable paying him at? Right there. That's the sweet spot. That's the sweet spot right there. That $4 million drop. A 6-year contract for our future catcher at $2 million a year. That is, essentially, this is the kind of penny pinching you have to do. We're on that shoestring budget. And while the team is doing well and that'll help to increase our budget, we have to play Moneyball here. We've got to sign at the best value per year that we can get these guys. So Adley Rutschman, 6 years, 1.7. Will he take it? It's in the green. He's here for it. All right. We've got Adley Rutschman secured. 6 years. The next guy we have to get, Matthew Thompson. We've got to put this guy under a long-term deal. Again, he wants $19 million. Let's see, where does the drop happen? 18, 17, 4, 12, 9, 8. Again, it's another 6-year deal at 2.1. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and bump him up there. He's got to get up to 2.1 a year. 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're already up in the yellow. We're in the green. Let's offer him an Adley matching deal. 6 years, 1.7. His role, it won't be the ace, but he will be rotation. I know that much. By the time that he's through these 6 years, will he take it? Matthew Thompson doesn't want to be in that long of a deal. Doesn't want to. Can I increase the money? Will you take it? Okay, you give him a little more money and he's here for it. Beautiful. Chance Cisco. Let's go ahead and lock him up. I am not paying you $3 million a year. And this is one of the bad things. About MLB The Show. We gotta work these guys down off their high horses. He wants a longer deal, but I can't afford to pay you much more than this. All right, we'll deal with Chance Cisco later. This is the problem with the show sometimes. Hunter Harvey, let's try and lock him up for a decently long term there. He won't really drop off. So you know what? 5 years at $870K, I'm okay with that. If he wants that. Salary, there we go. Okay, so we got most of the 8 potential guys taken care of, and we're probably going to end it right there. We'll get through this one more, this last one here against Detroit. Can we pull even at 500? And we need to fix the rotation, don't we? Yeah, we do. We're in that 4 spot in the rotation there. So Luke Rennie, let's pull him. You know what? We can't even do that. Rennie, get back. Luke Rennie. Can I move him down? Hello? Okay. We're going to do it this way. Aiken, get in there. Aiken's got to take that spot because Rennie has to pitch on rest. That's the problem. We're gonna start throwing games. Let's put Cesar Valdez in here, and then there we go. Okay, so Luke Rennie's back in his 5 spot, and that's okay. I just don't want to screw with his rest, because I believe we're going right into another series after the Detroit series. So Aiken, I believe, will make the start for us here. In the final game, he will against Spencer Turnbull. Tides don't have a valid rotation. Let's fix that, and we lose it. Okay. So 2 games below 500. That's better than where we started the video at, so we can't really be upset. We are still locked in. Tampa Bay, they've fallen a little bit off the pace, but Boston, they have caught up to us. They're on a tear. They have caught up to us, and we sit tied for second in the AL East, and we've actually got 4 games in hand on them. So we've got time to make this up and actually take this lead back from them. So not the end of the world. The playoffs probably look a little bit out of reach, and we'll leave you with this. The wild card, I always go the wrong way. The wild card standings, we are still 6 games out. Nothing's impossible here. Nothing's impossible. We are maybe a losing streak above us and a winning streak for ourselves away from being in this chase. So we just do the best that we can. But that's it. That's the video. Be sure to like and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our sports gaming content here. Thanks everyone for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you in the next one.